Leo, welcome to your Astroflower monthly reading for September. I've been calling it on the collective reading, just do it in September, or sumptuous September, because it's a really beautiful energy. It's an energy that we can really breathe and expand and go after what we want to be, of being us basically. And I think it's going to set everybody a lot of, free. Let's just see what's going on with your reading. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you have a lovely reading. Overall energy, the devil's in the detail. It's going to set you free. Not the devil is, but the detail's going to set you free. There is a lot of detail going on here. You're building on these plans as you go forward, and the overall energy will seem a little bit like that. Kind of going, what do I do now? What do I do this? Do I do that? Okay, if I do this, this is going to be right. Okay, in that case, I'm going to do this. Getting as much as you can into the logical sort of way of doing things. And the learning about the detail and stuff like that. Yeah, almost being obsessed about it in a way. This is where the devil comes in as well. Almost being obsessed about, getting it right and living it correctly and enjoying it all and everything like that. Let's just see what goes on in your relationship side. You've got the karmic message, is the star card. Go after your dreams and aspirations. Just do it. Just do it. This is what it's all about. And the devil is in the detail. Your karmic message on your relationship side is just go it. Blow the rest of them on. Just go after your dreams and your ultimate goals and your ambitions within your relationships. Absolutely beautiful. Here we go. We've got week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Same thing on your material side. This is on your relationship side. So in the first week here, we get the 6 of Pentacles, fair exchange, but in a way that fair doesn't necessarily mean that everybody gets the same. Fair just means that I've done the good work and therefore I deserve the comeback. I deserve to keep a little bit of happiness for myself. And that's where it's sort of like learning to be yourself and learning to go after your dreams and aspirations. If you spend your whole time sort of like covering everybody else's bases, you're not going to get the good times for you, Leo. So, make sure you do that. Make sure you are in a good place so everybody else can be in a good place. I think that's really important. If you do set yourself up like this, by the looks of it, by in the second week, this is where you're going to get communications of love. Someone's going to come to you. They may even offer you their hand in marriage or ask for your hand in marriage. In the second week, a really beautiful a really beautiful offering for you. Happiness is on its way to you by the looks of things. And is the devil in the detail here? I think the devil is in the details in the sense that you've actually decided to put yourself first as well. Because when you're in a good place, everybody else can be in a good place. And I think this is really important in regards to relationships that are around us. In the third week, you get the 6 of Cups. So 6 of Pentacles, now we've got the 6 of Cups. 6 is for me is about a completion thing. It's all about something that has been completed, a plan that has been completed. And I think this is where you're starting to get towards that with this offering that's coming in. And this 6 of Cups is, some people talk about the past and stuff like that, but what it's actually doing is your future wise self is offering some beautiful advice to your younger self and just explaining about the happiness that can be had in the world upon the journey. Enjoy the journey. Don't just focus on the destination, do enjoy the journey. And I think this is where it's opening up to you. And there's a lot of detail for you to actually get under your belt. And then you get the High Priestess at the end. High Priestess is a unification of within you, so you get a clear vision of where you're going. And I think within your couple or within any of these sort of relationships, because of that 6 of Pentacles and that 6 of Cups, the combining of water and earth makes for very fertile land. And when you do that, then all of a sudden you are the visionary for your relationships of where it goes forward and how it goes into the future. And using your vision in a very, very productive way, not just for you, but for you and your partner, or your, the partner you've just connected with, or your family and your friends. Whatever it is you will be the visionary. On your material side, you get the Wheel of Fortune is on your karmic path here. The Wheel of Fortune can obviously spin both ways. It tends to have all the elements with it. It is a bit of a Capricorn card, I think, personally, which is also what the Devil card is all about, and it's in the detail here. And if you really want your fortune to change, you got to start applying yourself on a very even scale, and that's what Capricorns are. The Capricorns are very even scales. They're not really into extremes in a way. And this is how you're going to drive that Wheel of Fortune in your favor. Page of Swords, opening up that pathway. That's what a page does. A page learns to open up that pathway, and it's opening it up with the clearer vision and mental application that you do within your life. If you want a type of job or business or projects to actually happen, you've got to apply it here, and then you've got to have a clear vision of how you're going to do it. And this is a learning curve for you, I think, this week, of how you apply yourself in order to get your manifestations of your beautiful futures. Then you get the Three of Wands. The funny is, on the collective, in this period here, in the second week, there is a pause that seems to be happening here. So as you start opening this pathway in the beginning of September, these opportunities and this clear vision, they're in the second week. Something is happening in the second week, which within the collective, which makes us every individual sort of stop and kind of, it's like a big noise happening in a crowd, and everyone just sort of stops and goes, what was that, and then assessing the situation and going on with the situation. And I think the second week is a bit of an assessment of how we apply ourselves and use our strengths in order to activate this Wheel of Fortune within your favor. And then you get the Nine of Wands. A lot of people have been getting this, the Nine of Wands. This is in the third week. This is where you go ahead and follow your pathway. So you take that 1-1 there. You follow your path, your career path and your business. Start opening those doors. But you learn from your past. And I think that's what that pause is all about. It's the fact that you've learned from your past, and you're using the past as a way of putting up those sort of healthy boundaries, so you don't repeat any sort of problems in the past, so going forward, so you can use those experiences to sort of say, I'm not going to do that again, and just go ahead and actually live an absolute beautiful pathway. And then you get the Seven of Pentacles. It's a real nurturing pathway. It's an expansion, and we saw this. We saw this in the collective, and this is what I was sort of saying. Just go ahead and do it. And for you, Leo, it is a case of nurturing this pathway forward within your career path and your job and your business, in order for you to get the best out of life. And yeah, I think you're going to enjoy putting it into place. It's almost, if you're making a model, it's if you ask a sculptor, who's doing a sculpture in clay or whatever, and they're sculpting it, and they're really enjoying sculpting it. Ask them whether they enjoy looking at the finished product or actually making it. And I guarantee you, they're going to enjoy a lot more making it than looking at the finished. They're going to enjoy watching other people enjoy looking at their sculpture. Yeah, but I think the majority of it is that satisfaction in doing it and getting the good result and finishing it. And this is what I think this is what this change of Wheel of Fortune is all about. And this is where it's going to drive a lot of fortune within you, because you're going to enjoy what you're doing. Okay. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate your support you give for this channel, to do the support you get for YouTube and everything like that, for subscribing, liking, sharing and all of that sort of thing. There's loads of links in the description as well, in other ways of which you can show support for this channel. It's absolutely beautiful, and I will be doing energy workshops in the UK, in the US and in Australia. If you want to be part of that, there's an email down there to get involved in that. Hope you have a lovely reading. We're going to clarify with the Light Seers card. The moon, now that has come up a lot for a lot of people. It's coming up on the overall energies here. And I think the devil's in the detail is going to bring a lot of things to the surface that you may not have seen really. You may not have calculated or put within your sort of situation. It's going to make you hold your breath as well, in the sense that to see how things pan out. And that's what the energy is sort of saying to you, sort of saying, hang on. Don't just, immerse yourself fully within, within your emotions. Just hold your emotions off and see what the detail is in order for you to go after your dreams and your aspirations. With the Star card, you get the Lovers. I think this is probably what you're dreaming about. Dreaming about being in love and stuff like that. And if you are, it looks like the second week is really something is going to be coming towards you. And then the third week, and I think with the Six of Cups, I'm now getting the information about how that you're advising yourself of sort of saying, enjoy the journey. Don't focus on the bad stuff, focus on the good stuff as you go forward into this relationship and you start really nurturing it. With the Six of Swords, you get the Judgment, realization. The realization of who you are and what you should be doing and where you should be going and what have you. And how beautiful it is for you. And realizing that, you should be in a good place before you could actually help other people and allow yourself to fall in love with yourself before you fall in love with everybody else. Basically. With the devil's in the detail. It's always coming up at the moment. It's coming up in relationships here. There is an offering that comes into you. And I think this is why, I sort of said with the Six of Cups, sort of like, don't be guided by the bad, be guided by the good, as it were. Don't, learn by your past and what have you. And there's this offering here is there. I would apply the detail. I would apply the detail within this offering. Offering of love and stuff like that. Apply yourself within it, which is going to bring you into that high priestess of being that sort of visionary of the relationship as it goes forward. And, if someone's sort of offering their love to you, get involved with them, find out as much detail about them as possible. And I don't mean sort of stalking online. I mean talking to them, finding out whether you sit, whether you sit with one another beautifully. I think that's going to be the key to your success. And this is where you're going from the past and into your future, happiness after difficulty, ultimate dreams and aspirations in regards to your relationships here. It really does beautifully bode well. I explained all about the Ten of Cups within the in the collective reading. So basically, you move from the rain, you inspired by the rainbow. So then you head towards the rainbow, you go past the rainbow because you then go past a certain light direction, and then you're into the sunshine. So it is the happiness after difficulty, and this is where you're moving towards. With the High Priestess, you've got two cards here. You get the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Be that visionary, but don't try and carry everything. Don't try and be everything for that person. Be very clear in your vision about what you can offer this relationship, and don't try and offer everything. If you try and offer everything to this relationship, you may be imprisoning yourself. So I would be just a bit wary of that. Let's just see what's going on your material side. So the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Two of Wands, planning for your future, and I think this ties into that Seven of Pentacles of nurturing the ultimate position that you want to be in, and respect and enjoying that sort of creation throughout life, rather than just the result. And it is that planning, it is that process of going from here. If you want to go on holiday, you got to plan it, and planning it is almost as good as the holiday. Exploring of what do I want to see, where do I want to be, and everything like that. It's just allowing your imagination to fly, and I think that's really important. With the Page of Swords, you get the Seven of Cups. This leads on to the Seven of Pentacles eventually, because we now got the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Cups on your relationship side. And now on this side here, the pathway that the Page of Swords is opening up is the evident path. There's only one cup bringing you that beautiful, cool, amazing, refreshing water. The rest of it is steam, ladders, weird bats and snakes and stuff like that. And this is just following the evident path. And I think this is what the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords is learning here, to follow the evident path. Yes, it's a moment of pause. This is what I'm saying with the Three of Wands. You get the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a sensation of feeling stuck and stuff like that. I think it's also a good way of having that pause in order to have a good look at ourselves. You know, I get that as well with the Eight of Swords as well. And I think once we look at ourselves and have a good hard look in the mirror in a good way, you know, we can decide of doing things in a completely fresh and beautiful way. With the Nine of Wands, you get the Star card. We've got the Star card now twice on this table. You got the Devil twice on this table. You know, it's really sort of like two Knight of Cups as well. Yeah, really good here. I think the healthy boundaries here are, you know, setting you free so you can actually go after your dreams and aspirations and be, you know, or do the job you want to be doing, the career you want to be following, or the business you want to be doing. And that's going to take a bit of nurturing. And then you get the Empress. Did we not get the Empress? Was it you who got the Empress? No, it wasn't. Someone else got the Empress. Do apologise. Yeah, the Empress card. So, giving birth and creating something new, and this is what you're nurturing out of you through your healthy boundaries, through the Devil's in the detail. And this is where the Wheel of Fortune will start playing in your favour, because you're nurturing a whole new world for you within regards to the material side of life. So yeah, there you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being with us. Seize on these opportunities. Make sure you know the Devil's that it is in the detail, because it's going to bring you happiness on your relationship side. On your material side, yeah, follow the path, follow the evident path. Allow your experiences to actually be those healthy boundaries, so you can go after your dreams and your aspirations, and you can really create it. But the Devil is in the detail for you, Leo. And I will speak to you soon. I will see you at the weekend for your weeklies. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.